struggle. I know you came to hustle, grit your teeth and clench your knuckles. We didn't come to fight, we came to get you. Rolling with me till we die, that's how homies ride. No need for consternation, gather the congregation. I'm rocking for my nation, to get that spirit raising. To all my cousins and my cliques, family and folks, we got our ride out till we break up all them hundreds folks. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 Never knew chill till I met with beef. Never knew war till I met with peace. Never knew time till I came to rest. Got a couple real homies and they all the best. Never knew cause it's hard to watch. Seen a couple of my homies die up on the block. With a and the vultures fly. And I watch for my life to stop. Hard to see in the cold night. When it's cold at night and my soul in ice. Gotta be when I'm holding tight. And I hold the lights. Get a poltergeist. But real homies never turn they back. My homies listen all these tracks. My homies all rapping Mac. We rolling out like Cadillac. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. I'm with my homies, yeah. I'm with my homies, yeah. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Welcome to the NBA Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
Unbelievable what I'm seeing here. Is this the dunk contest?
Hey, this one counts, Clark. Believe me, what confidence to attempt the alley-oop to himself.
He couldn't resist on that. The adrenaline just flowing. One of the more spectacular plays we've seen.
Here's Irving. The Bulls getting the bucket. And stolen by Butler. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Gasol kicks to Rose. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Guys, the Bulls defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this guy.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun. I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Love, no good.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
Gasol dishes to Rose. The three-pointer off the mark. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Irving. Feeds to Smith. And stolen by Butler. Poked loose. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And Just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Rose attacking. Out to the right wing. Baseline try. And the shot falls short this time. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Irving. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists in the game.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Knocked loose. Butler on the wing. Lets it fly. Can't get it to go. Good D by LeBron.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
And it's Rose penetrating. Gasol passes to Rose. Dunleavy's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 3. James, no good. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Offensive rebound for 3. Love. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. And Gibson kicks to Dunleavy. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
And the dunk by Love.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
1 second separating the shot clock in game play.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
LeBron's shot is good. LeBron got 6.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 5. The United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through 1.
They've got Noah. Mirotic out there with Doug McDermott. Then there's Etuan Moore. And it's Brooks in at the point. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Shumpert dishes to Mozgov. And now Moore pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he gets it to go. Moore's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Bulls.
You know, guys, when you push it hard like that on the break, those are the easy buckets that'll be waiting for you.
Mozgov kicks to Shumpert. Back to Mozgov. And Fry slams it in.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
It's tipped. Smith kicks to Shumpert. Pass to Dellavedova. It's Mozgov, high post. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Justin Holiday comes in for each one more. Shumpert passes to Fry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And Brooks, here we go. Off target at the rim.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
But he stays with it. Just 5 to shoot. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from McDermott. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
The turnovers keep coming. They're piling up. It's been a very sloppy start to the game for them, but you know what? They're still in control, in the driver's seat right now.
They are, but they should be up by more if they could just keep a handle on the ball.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for McDermott. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Here's Mozgov. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Bulls making a change here. Gasol's checked in. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Rose against Irving. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw missing.
Now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
6 to shoot. Rose passes to Portis. Three-pointer, Butler, and he gets the bucket. Butler's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls.
They're doing much better now. I mean, in the first quarter, they converted less than 30% of their field goals, but they've bounced back nicely here.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Nice shot from the wing. James has got 8 points.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
From deep, Rose. No luck. And Cleveland the other way now. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mirotic comes in for Portis. And Dunleavy's subbed in for Justin Holiday.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And he can't hit the second. And he misses all three. Here's Chicago. They're on a 12-4 run. Dunleavy kicks to Rose. And stolen by LeBron. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open. Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation. They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Outside Irving. 1 second left. It's tipped. And the third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we...
Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
On its way from Rose for 2. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Cleveland ball.
And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. And here's Love for 3.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Dunleavy dishes to Rose. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gibson. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Then for the Cavaliers, Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. The drive by James. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Jimmy Butler. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
Bulls making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Fry with the ball. Gasol covering. Picked by Mozgov. Here's LeBron. He's got 14. 4 on the clock. Rebound by the Bulls.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register one win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Rose comes in for Aaron Brooks. And Cleveland also making a change. Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. Rose goes in. Here's McDermott. Nailed from three-point land. McDermott's got 6.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Rose passes to McDermott. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And now just a 1-point Cavalier lead. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. The Cavaliers have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Stolen by Rose. McDermott kicks to Butler. And it's good off the back rim and in. Butler's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce. And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as a result.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
But they'll get another chance. Bulls have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependent.
Rose dishes to Gibson. McDermott passes to Butler. It's taken away by Smith. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. LeBron with the ball. Fires the 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Yeah, and, you know, they built the roster to how they played best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. McDermott kicks to Gasol. Here's Rose. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 10 points for Rose.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's Chicago as they end the third quarter with a 13-5 run. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Cavaliers trailing. Ejuan Moore is out there with Brooks. Then there's Dunleavy. Then there's Noah. And it's Mirotic in a power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Second chance shot. Passes it to Dellavedova. Off target from three-point range.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Nice shot by Brooks.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high-percentage looks.
Thank you, Doris. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. That'll put Kevin Love on the line. They get Paul Gasol.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly. Eventually pulled it together and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
That's his third personal foul.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Rose dishes to Gibson. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. He kicks to Rose. Over to the left wing. Portis. And Thompson sends it back. Back to LeBron. Out to Smith. The drive by LeBron. Banked in off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Chicago calls timeout. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
Chicago making some changes. Doug McDermott comes in for Portis. And Tony Snell subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Rose kicks to Gibson. He dishes it to Gasol. And he gets it to go.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Irving drives in. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way. And that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Rose with the ball. Now Smith defending. Here's McDermott. Rose against James. Rose goes in. And Thompson sends it back. McDermott can't get it to go.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge. And in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The drive by James. For 3, Love. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Cavaliers leading. There's the dish to Irving. He feeds it to Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Smith. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a terrific contest, and there's nothing like a pair of teams just balling out the way they have been.
Cleveland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Outside Irving. And Gasol sends it back. And they're moving it up. There's Snell. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. And it's sent back by Irving. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Chicago making some changes. Dunleavy's check in for Doug McDermott. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Tony Snell. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gibson. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They trailed by 2. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one. McDermott's checked in for Dunleavy. Here's LeBron. Smith outside. Here's Irving. Connects. A huge shot to tie it up.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Rose attacking. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
For 3, Love. Trifecta.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Rose kicks to McDermott. Yes!
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
From past the arc, and James pulls it down. Only one man back on D. Good!
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and...
Quarter.
Guys, what do you think?
And you know what? You've got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it, or get the quick 2 and then a 5.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg. But the foul has to come immediately after that.
And it's sent back by Irving. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long and good night, everyone.